Hi, everybody. Today is August 29th, 2024. Labor Day weekend in America is coming up. I have work tomorrow, and then I am off to Virginia to see my wife's family. So there have been a couple things I wanted to talk about this week, but I haven't had time to. So instead of making different videos, what I'm going to do today is make one longer video, have timestamps. It's going to be 3 different topics. So you can be able to go and just go to the one you want, or you could just let it play right from the beginning. Whatever your choice is, I would really, really appreciate comments talking about, do you like this? Do you not like this? I don't like going over 10 minutes for videos. I like to keep things short because we all have better things to do with our lives than doing this. I don't want to waste your time. I want to make your time very meaningful whenever you do spend time engaging with my channel and watching these videos. Your time is very important to me, and I thank you so much for watching, commenting, doing anything. I really do appreciate it. So the things I wanted to talk about today were the patch today. Go over things I like, things I don't like. Jeff Week. I mean, I don't know how much I'm going to talk about Jeff Week other than I'm just like bummed about it. And then alliances. There have been some changes to alliances, not a lot. But talk about what's good, what's bad, things I like, dislike since the last time I talked about that. So let's go and just go into the patch today. All right, so first thing I want to talk about is the patch today. Probably might be the longest part of this entire video because there's definitely some things I really like, things I don't like about this patch, things I don't understand, and I'll let you know. But please let me know in the comments about Beast. I don't play Bounce, so I don't know. But let's start from the top. Work our way down. Attuma, a card that I don't think a lot of people really play. This does go and talk about the reason why. So first, what is the change? He's the same cost, 4 cost, 10 power. There's a lot of interesting 4 cost, 10 power cards. I like that stat line. They have very interesting effects. It used to be after each turn, destroy this card if you have another card here. So he was pretty much, you keep him on a solo lane, and then somebody could throw a goblin over there, and then he gets destroyed. Now, after each turn, destroy one of your cards here with less power. So it's not the least power, it's just one that has less power. The good news is, going back to the goblin example, is somebody throws a goblin at you, you don't have a way to really destroy a card. If you're playing with Attuma, throw Attuma down there, he will destroy the goblin at the end of the turn, if that's the only other card there. And that'll be a huge boost for you. I think this is a fantastic change. They say this would-be warlord of the seas saw some meaningful play early on, combining with armor 0 to be an efficient 4-cost source of power. However, the surge in strength of cards that can fill enemy slots at a location made it very difficult for Attuma to justify playing any deck. Even with synergy cards like Scar. Given we also want more cards that are good against these clog strategies, we decided to Uno reverse with Attuma here and rework the design to focus on maximizing Attuma at the cost of other cards. This simultaneously makes Attuma an enabler for things like X23, while also a counter against cards like Green Goblin. I thought about the Green Goblin before I fully read this, so that's nice. For some reason I forgot about other destroy cards, so that's actually a really fantastic way to put him in destroy decks. I will have to go and do that. So I love this change to him. I think this is probably one of the best changes that they've made to the patch for at least underused cards. Loki's now a 2/2, and you don't draw a card with him. Still replaces your deck. My wife isn't that mad about it. She wishes it was just a little bit stronger. If you play him on 2, you still get the same amount of cards. Playing him on any other turn is just going to hurt it a little bit more. But the biggest thing I don't like about this Loki change, is they just changed him. And I think this is a little fast, especially to make him a 2/2. So, developer comments. When we updated Loki earlier this month, we said we'd come back quickly if necessary, while some doubted its strength early on, which I definitely did. We've seen Loki's performance prove that the updated card was one of the strongest in the game. That overshot our goal by a bit. though we were happy to see some resulting shifts. We're going to try and tone Loki down by making the power less efficient for the cost, as we remove the draw and move the card down the curve. If this doesn't work, we may return to adjusting the effect. Okay. Loki has always been a crazy card. It took a long time for them to actually really change the effect of him. There were decks that were just built about it. I really loved getting as many cards as you can in your hand, playing him on like 4 or 5 and just dominating, especially if your opponent has a good deck. Some decks Loki was absolutely terrible against. So why not just take away the draw and leave it at 3-5, maybe a 3-4? Well, one element of Loki we heard loud and clear from our earliest playtesters was the number of Loki cards you can access was a big part of enjoying the card. 3 often felt too low. That's why we added the draw in the first place last time. What was really great about the draw thing, which I don't think that they anticipated, was you were able to repeat the on reveal effect and then just draw more cards. I think that was a huge bonus to it, and they didn't foresee that. I didn't foresee it. But when you were doing things on like Karmartage, or you played it with Wong, it was wonderful. So like, I get it. I'm a little sad, but at the same time, like, I understand. All right, now this is the change that I think should have been done a long time ago. It's the copycat. Copycat is when you draw this, steal the text from the bottom card of your opponent's deck. Now it's copy the text from the bottom card of your opponent's deck. It's copycat. It's not seal cat. This makes more sense. When you draw a copycat, and when I was talking to my wife about all these changes, she said this, that it's such a powerful card that it screws your opponent over without even having to play it. And that's a very, very powerful card. Like, you don't, for like Red Guardian, you have to play it to get rid of a card's effect. This, especially if you're playing with a deck that will shuffle anything into their own deck, like with Korg, then there's a better chance for that bottom card that Copycat steals to get pushed up front, and then they're going to draw a dead card. So that right there is, I think it's really needed. Copycat was just, it was too strong. It's too powerful. They say we're making a light tweak to Copycat here, as the card has seen more dramatic play rate than we expected, and decks have also shuffled more often than we guessed they would. Stealing a card's abilities isn't a huge part of the fun for the Copycat player. Getting an exciting ability and the information is most of the play, which I absolutely agree. Even if you don't, if you draw Copycat in your opening hand and you see that they have like you get like a Venom, or you get Spectrum, something like that, you have a very good idea of what type of deck they're playing. So the information you get from Copycat is phenomenal, along with being able to get a cheaper, better statted sometimes card from your opponent is just, it's amazing. It's phenomenal. And giving them a dead card, even though most of the time they would never get this dead card, just the fact there was a time where they could, and there's a chance they could, depending on whatever effects are happening, this is 100% needed. It made Copycat a bigger pain in the ass for the person that did not have Copycat. The ability being stolen has mostly turned out just to be a frustrating part of the opponent having the card, so replacing with a simple copy. Way it should have always been. It was too strong. This is a nerf that I 1000% support. It's too much. Beast, he's a 3-5 instead of a 2-2. I don't play Beast. I don't play bounce decks. Is this good? Is this bad? Obviously, it's a big nerf. You're going up 1 power, so especially in a bounce deck, you want to play as many cards as possible. Especially, on turn 5. Now you'll be able to play like 2 1-cost cards at a location and then bounce them back to your hand, as before you're able to play like 3 1-cost cards, or a 1-cost and a 2-cost. Now that is reduced. So while it's true that bounce decks have been very strong lately, that's only part of why we're making this update. We have some upcoming new cards and changes to existing ones that will impact Beast's strength, and we determined the most appropriate solution was return to Big Beast and move it back up to curve to 3 cost. Okay. They're using this example on Taskmaster as well. The good news about him being a 3 cost card is it's just another thing for Surfer to get. So let's go on to Taskmaster, which I am really sad about. Taskmaster is now a 6 cost card. This change might seem a bit out of left field, but it's oddly similar to why Beasts was changed. Players sometimes ask about cards like Silver Surfer and Killmonger being design constraints, and they can be. Taskmaster has quietly been another as well, offering a clean and consistent way to duplicate pure power. While it's been a while since Taskmaster was truly problematic, our most competitive playtesters identified some upcoming decks where the 5-cost Taskmaster was just going to be way too much. Capital letters. Normally, our default practice is to let the metagame sort itself out in these kinds of situations. Discovering something busted is often pretty fun. Yes, it is. Unless it's discovered against you, then it's not fun at all. However, in this case, the concerns were so substantial, the deck was so strong that we decided to shortcut to the post-nerf state, which we still believe supports some great decks. Have fun looking for them. You shouldn't expect to see this sort of preemptive action often going forward either. So, what's the good news about Taskmaster is this. There's actually a lot of information thinking about this. So they are saying that they have these playtesters that are saying that there are these like really powerful combos that you could do with this one card, which makes you wonder, like, first, what is it? And also, how did these playtesters not figure out some other really bad interactions from previous cards where they get nerfed like pretty hard, like pretty fast? So at least it's good for them, and for this to happen, whatever this busted combo is, it has to be absolutely ridiculous. And I really hope that they I really hope that they do reveal exactly what this was at a future point. I think it would be very interesting to see what exactly this broken combo was. Also, how far ahead are they looking, or are they playing? I don't know. Considering it's like happening now, I'm assuming it's something that's going to be happening next month. So I got to look at whatever the cards are, what's coming out. I haven't really given this any second look. I was too upset that this is a 6-cost card now, which does impact Hulkling. I think it makes him worse because Taskmaster as a 6-cost is not a great card. He's an 11 power, and Taskmaster isn't the same as Dracula. They used to be the same, essentially, where Dracula, you would discard a card and you would change his power to that power. So if Dracula was like -10 and he discarded a 10 power card, you wouldn't bring him up to 0. You would change Dracula's power to 10. Taskmaster, if Hulkling gets him, he's going from an 11 power card to whatever the other card is. So the card that he's going to be copying. So he'll lose the 11 power. Maybe he'll become stronger. Maybe he'll become weaker. I don't know. But it's just another not so great risky card for Hulkling to get. Cannonball 5/8, absolutely needed. This is something that should have happened when they changed Xavier, so that moving cards into Xavier is okay. That really took a downturn for Cannonball. They really should have made him stronger at that point. Here's a very interesting change. Destroyer. We're from a 6/16 to a 6/14. I didn't read this because we don't need to do that. That's just it, right? It's not as good. So they made him stronger. Cool. Destroyer. 6/16. Destroy your other cards. Now he's a 6/14. A little weaker. Destroy your cards at other locations. We're sure many of you, like me, have a soft spot for Destroyer from those early series days, using Zero, Armor, or Cosmo to dodge the downside, maybe with a side of Warpath to win a second location. However, this rad card has struggled to find its legs in later stage play. We've decided to change the effect to give it a better chance of supporting cards like Nimrod and Death. Given how well Destroyer can challenge to win its own location now. We're also taking back a bit of power as compensation. So now it's going to see like a 614. Is that too much power lost? I think this is a good way to go. I think maybe if they did a 615, that's still going to be a little bit too much. But this is a very interesting change to do. I like it. It's going to make it harder for someone to like Cosmo it, especially if you want Destroy to actually destroy stuff. So that's great. I like it. We'll see what happens. I'll try it out with Destroy. I'm going to put Atuma in Destroy. So, what do you guys think of the patch notes? What do you like? What don't you like? I don't know when I'm going to be happy about Taskmaster. I'll only be happy about Taskmaster when I see what this broken combo was. All right, so let's get on to Jeff Week. Jeff Week was such a disappointment. I was so excited for Jeff Week. I was able to... I've been saving up tokens so I can get the Jeff Ultimate variant. I really do like it. I enjoy it. Let's go to where Jeff is. Where are you, Jeff? My Jeffy boy. Here you are. I think it's great. It looks great in black and white. I have a bunch of Jeffs getting ready for a split to see what other type of splits I can get. I use the black matte border on them. I think it's great. My wife doesn't like it. She likes cute Jeff, not angry Jeff. So we got that. Let's go to search for Jeff. Right. All right. So we got Jeff. Not you. You're Jeff DeCall. Then we got the Jeff Storm variant, Jeff Wave variant, and the Jeff Iron Lad variant. Where the Iron Lad variant as a spotlight one, it's nice, but I was kind of hoping for something a little bit more if this was going to be like a spotlight variant, right? Whatever, I had to get it, so at least we got some more variants. It's nice. I'm using this as my main wave variant, not using this as my main storm variant. That's my main storm. It is super pretty. But we didn't get the Jeff emote. I don't know where the Jeff emote is. I thought the emote would have been part of the league, which was terrible, by the way. Horrible. The Jeff League. Did not like it. So what's going on with it? All right, so it's Jeff Week, Jeff Every Day. You got one of the weirdest login every day events where I was expecting like the Jeff emote, maybe, since it wasn't part of the leagues, or a variant of Jeff, just something, but it's just a bunch of just Jeff titles. Like there's not even like an avatar for it. So this to me was very weak. This was a very, very weak login event. I like Jeff NATO. I like Jeff is a state of mind, right? Like, okay, but at the same time, like this isn't great. And only 250 tokens, 250 credits, and then the one border. I mean, yeah, it's nice, but kind of a letdown, kind of weak. Next, you had the Turning the Tide. This was the bundle. The bundle came with the Jeff variant, the Jeff avatar, which is not like a Jeff avatar. It's the Wave avatar. I don't think there was a Jeff avatar for it. 4,000 credits, 155 wave boosters, the distressed blue color border. So, the Jeff variant was the Wave Jeff variant. So, not really getting specifically a Jeff avatar because it's still just Wave. No Jeff. Very sad. For the price and everything, I thought it was good. Not great, but you know what? I liked it. Number one Jeff fan. Fantastic. A lot of credits. Really enjoyed it. And it was a very good amount of boosters so you can get your wave right up there. All right. Jeff the Baby Spotlight Stealer. I already talked about Iron Lad. If it was a Spotlight Stealer, why wasn't there more Jeff ones there? Like, you got 2 Jeff ones. It would have been nice to have like a third, or if all of them were actually spotlights for Jeff, that would have been even better. So it was nice to get 2 more Jeff variants. I love this one. The where are you in the bathtub? Here you go. When you take this one, you'll go to custom card. and you choose it. Where are you? Right there. And then you try to do anything. You try to do like the foil, which foil is terrible. Prism is awesome. This is fantastic. I love Prism. It is so good now. But when you try to do anything like this, it's just like, it's right there. This looks like he's swimming in pee. Gross. Yucky. So very little to the back or any of these effects. It's all, you might as well just keep it as the regular card and then just choose whatever the base is, which this is also a fantastic add-on. I love this. I love how you can now add any type of flare, any effect you have directly to the base version. I've been wanting this for so long. Fantastic. All right. Discard. Yeah, we're discarding that. Okay. So I would have liked a different spotlight, maybe more, but then again, I get it because then you would have to have 4 keys. So this is good enough, right? I'm not going to be too upset about it. I was hoping this Iron Lad one would have been better. I mean, just look at the quality of these two. This is like a rare or super rare variant, but this is so good. Twitch drops. Twitch drops are super easy. I have no problem with any Twitch drops. It's free stuff. You just get ready to go to bed, go to your computer, turn on Twitch, go to bed, wake up the next day, boom, rewards. I love it. This is a super fun variant. Again, it's like the same quality, except this one you could just fall asleep and get it. In fact, I kind of like this one a little bit more. So that would have been whatever. I know when we get this as a avatar. I didn't look for, oh no, I have this as an avatar. Let's go look. Hold on. It's probably just going to be like Iron Lad, right? There's Jeff. Yeah, it's just Iron Lad. Like, why can't I get it so that it's actually, here we go, Jeff. How cool would it have been for the avatar to just be like Robot Jeff? That would have been so much cooler, right? I know, little girl. I know. So, Twitch drops, perfectly fine. The Momoko one, this one, I love it. I think it's fantastic. It's a wonderful ultimate. And it's not like limited time, so you will be able to get it later on. That's great. This one you will not be able to get later on. This one, if you missed it, you can get it in a year. Both of those. And this one you won't be able to get. So, it would have been nice if like one of these was more easily available. They had another one like that would have been fantastic. I don't like how Jeff Week was not really giving away too much Jeff stuff. Jeff infiltrates leagues. The most you're gonna get is 310 Jeff boosters, which I was so busy this time and I couldn't actually be a part of the leagues. I got like 20th. It was so bad. And I will talk about, you know what? I should add leagues. Let's stop with Jeff in just a minute. But here's the thing with Jeff. First, let me wrap this up, and then maybe I'll talk about leagues. You have this super cool artwork. Where the hell is this? Where is this artwork for Jeff Week? Where is it? You know how cool this variant would have been? This is awesome. And like the last 3 or 4 days of Jeff Week, there was nothing. There was not a darn thing. It was so sad to not get this. The emote. It seemed like the emote was going to happen. I forgot what like marketing was going to be. I think it was last month where they're like, oh, you know, it's also going to be Jeff Week. And like, I swear the emote was there. And now the emote is gone. I have not seen it in the shop. I checked every 8 hours. I have not seen it once. So what happened to it? I also thought maybe like a Jeff album was going to be introduced, but when you go and you look at the Jeff variants, how many Jeff variants actually are there? Let's see, there's the regular one. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this one is a spotlight. That's a spotlight. That's an ultimate. That's a spotlight. That's super rare. I know this is a super rare, and like that's the base. So like most of Jeff's are either spotlights or ultimates. So I don't know what they're gonna do this Jeff album, right? Right, little girl, right? When are they gonna do a Jeff album? So that was disappointing. All right, let's talk about alliances real quick. Super secret topic, not alliances. Sorry, leagues. All right, Jeff League. I'm already losing sunlight. This is terrible. Jeff League. What the hell was this shit? This was terrible. That's mostly it, but that's not what I want to talk about right now. When you're looking at this, yeah, you're getting a lot of borders, and you're getting like the 310 boosters, whatever else, and it was all great. But the problem that happened with these, with Jeff League, was there was still an exploit. So the problem with the Deadpool League was, and this is the only reason why I'm happy that the Jeff League didn't have the emote, because then it wasn't limited to very few people, just the top 3. Nobody got it, but there was this bug or exploit where if you didn't update the game, somehow friendly battles still had the exploit of you can trade wins. You meet up with somebody, with a friend, and then you could just go back and forth and get like tens of thousands of points. So that kind of ruined it for it. I like how you got a lot of boosters for it, but at the same time, if it's Jeff Week, this was just like sad. Like, up the rewards for the lower people, right? They play a game, give them like 35, give them 65, whatever. They're just boosters. That was a little bit sad. The red borders was also weird for Jeff League. I thought maybe they would try to do something better, but whatever. And the exploit just really killed it. I just can't talk about that enough. What else did they change? They took it completely out of Conquest. So before, people were going back and forth in Proving Grounds, where if I went against you, I would retreat, and you would get 125 points. I would lose 25 points. The next game, you would retreat, and then we would net like 1,000 points at the very end, something like that. And we would be able to really climb ranks artificially like that without actually playing. So I thought it would be good if they didn't take it out of Conquest, but they just took it out of like Proving Grounds and maybe like Silver League, because silver tickets are very easy to get. So maybe if they just kept it to Gold and Infinite, if Infinite was actually happening, then that wouldn't be that bad. But they took it out of Conquest completely. And with Conquest, there's like a risk. There's a reason to play more. Kind of upset about that. The other thing I was upset about was after playing it without the Proving Grounds and everything happening, when you have alliances happening, there are some things where it's just like, okay, the bounty board is terrible. It's filled up with all this crap, all this garbage. So what do I need to do? I'm just going to go take it, and then I'm going to go to like Proving Grounds or something and just like sacrifice everything, right? Just take the loss. And that was fine to do. Lighting change, sorry. But I wanted to do more leagues. I wanted to do leagues. I wanted to get points. I wanted to get that up, and I'm just wasting my time in Conquest trying to get some of this stuff over. So what I think should change in leagues is you don't lose points ever. You don't lose, you just gain. That's it. The more wins you get, the better it is. And then figure out where the exploits are and get rid of the exploits. The fact that there was an exploit in Friendly Battle that somehow came up if you didn't update your game was so weird. Such a weird thing that they didn't find out. So in the future, for leagues, not in Proving Grounds, keep it maybe in Silver or get rid of it in Silver. I don't know, but keep it in Gold League. Keep it in Infinite, Gold Conquest, Infinite Conquest. Take away the loss, just keep it as the wins. I think that would be fantastic. It'll also help boost wins because now people won't be as sketchy if they're really trying to snap or not snap. I think that's a great thing to do. That's my suggestion. Let's talk about alliances a little bit. So alliances, there were some increases to them. So things got a little bit better. I enjoy it. One of the great improvements I think is, as you see, there's 3 of these win 8 cubes in a match. One of the changes they made was right here. Updated bounties to limit the same type of bounties that appear. Now, only 3 of the same time of bounty, I think it's supposed to be same type of bounty, can appear on the bounty board at the same time. So one of the last videos I made when it did talk about bounties, I think 5 5 or 6 of them were the win with ones. So now you can't have more than 3 of these. You can't have more of 3 of the win 8 cubes. That's fantastic. That's a huge improvement. Another improvement that they did was in their chat when somebody wins an 8 cube game. Wow, okay, that's weird. Anyway, you can copy the deck list and use that deck right away. So that, I think, is an actually like fantastic change. Why is Destroyer... Let's copy that. Let's go here. Let's paste it. Okay. So sometimes there'll be graphical differences. And that's obviously one of them. Anyway, let's go back to alliances real quick. Alliances, it's great. Now that you have these deck sharing buttons, that's great. You see somebody that's like, oh man, I want to try that deck out. And then instead of going back and forth, now you can actually go copy the deck, use it. Awesome. There was another change that happened last week where some of these were like 67 points and a very weird number. I haven't seen that since last week. I don't know if it was a bug, but I really liked the increase in points, even though it was a weird number. Some of them definitely needed it. I don't know what the heck happened. I don't know if it was an error or a bug. Who knows? I miss it. Please bring that back. The other thing was when you're looking at the rewards, one thing I didn't like was it seemed like you were getting a lot less for getting the 120,000 points. Like everybody in your alliance needs to get the 4,000 points to get the top reward, and it was a lot of grinding and everything needed in order to get pretty much like a pixel, because it was a regular mystery variant. And I said, you know, honestly, a premium mystery variant should be up there. What is this graphical error over here? That's weird. Man, this game has so many weird, just like graphical bugs. Anyway, now last week, this was actually a black matte border, and that was kind of silly. So I'm really excited to see that this is a premium mystery variant for this week. I think that's fantastic. I don't like how they took away some credits. I forgot what it was, but I think total, when it was the regular mystery variant, you were able to get like 350 credits, and now you're getting more boosters, but you're getting less credits. Where I honestly think they should probably just do more credits. Maybe get rid of one of these boosters. Put the 45 to here, the 65 to there, 100 credits, and then 150 credits, and then the premium mystery variant. There's still an increase. I think you're almost there. Really happy to see a premium mystery variant actually there and not a regular mystery variant. This is the type of reward that should be for your alliance really doing an amazing job and everyone really hitting their own goals. That's it. Hopefully we'll see what the changes are. Are alliance bounties going to, or alliance rewards going to change every week? Or are they working towards something better to get that better feedback? I don't know. Guys, that is it. This is a long time. I have some dinner to make. I already had to turn on the additional light because I've lost quite a bit of sunlight today, unfortunately. Sorry it's been a while since I made a video. I hope this was informative or at least entertaining. I really, really would love you guys if you did make it to the end of this video. Thank you so much. Let me know what you think about this format down below. I'm probably going to do maybe like 1 or 2 more videos like this because it does save a lot of time for me to do that. Like I said, your time is very valuable. I want to make sure I'm respecting your time and that you're getting some good quality content when you are watching me. I really do appreciate it. Thoughts below, like, subscribe, all those cool things that all those cool people tell you to do. I would appreciate it. Guys, have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. I will do my best to have this actually uploaded before Labor Day. And get some great rewards, man. Stay away from them pixels. Have a good weekend.